butterfly babes and my monarch chosen ones, okay? Man, I got a word for y'all today, okay? Like, this is so crazy. Like, when we talk about the narcissists and like how they keep you in triangulation and how they keep you in competition with like a pick me mode and like how the covert narcissist like ultimately tries to devalue you and bring you to nothing. And I think like this is the most severe form of spiritual warfare, and I think it's a direct hit on the chosen ones. Like, I believe narcissists are sent from the pits of hell and from Satan directly himself to put a hit on the chosen ones, like the people that God chose, like the people that are called. The worst thing that can happen to a man or a woman of God is to run into a narcissist. Like, that is the ultimate spiritual warfare, like mental warfare, okay? And I think God bring his most like highest called people in touch with narcissists to let them know like people of God cannot be defeated by a narcissist at all. It's not going to happen, and he bring his most talented, most chosen ones in contact with these people to break that spirit, because dealing with a narcissist is a whole other form of warfare, like for real. So we just gonna get into this word and we gonna talk about how the narcissist try to keep you in triangulation and how you can escape and get away from it and never go back, okay? There are some exits God has to drag us through, not because we're weak, but because the trap was dressed up as affection. And a lot of times when we meet these narcissists, like they just so perfect, like they're everything that we want in a woman or in a man. And that's what the enemy sends us. He sends us the things that he know we want. Like he knows it's too hard to turn down. And they do all the right things, say all the right things, love bomb you, gaslight you. They put you on a pedestal, okay? Only to just break you. What you experienced was not love. It was triangulation. It was rotation. It was psychological warfare disguised as attention. And a lot of times when we fall in love with a narcissist, like we completely, like they are so high functioning, like their intelligence is on an entire another level, mentally, emotionally, physically, and not so much spiritually though, because when they come up against a person like a woman or a man of God, because we have women narcissists out here too, and that's on a whole nother level, but I'm gonna get on that later. They are not as mentally, spiritually intelligent as a person that's chosen and called by God, okay? So that is the secret weapon of how we break the narcissist from their ways, because when you walking with God, a narcissist cannot defeat you or withstand against you at all. So a lot of times, like when we meet a narcissist or a covert narcissist, they say all the right things, they do all the right things, they give us everything we want, keep us on a pedestal, and we just think this person can do no wrong because they're love bombing us and gaslighting us. Hello, thank you, Eva, for joining my channel. How are you all this afternoon? Tell me where y'all from, like where y'all tuning in from. Where y'all tell me where y'all from. So they love bomb us, and one of the best things that a narcissist like they have psychotic traits. And I don't know if y'all know, but narcissists make really good love. Like that's one of the major ways that they love bomb you is through their love making, because their love making is a spiritual connection that entraps you mentally. It keeps you mentally trapped, like having you question yourself, or did you make the right decision, or are you crazy? Like, hi, Monica's. Thank you for joining my channel. And it's like they have you really thinking like something is wrong with you, like you made the wrong decisions. And so one of the things that our narcissists are good at, they are good at complimenting. They are good at putting you on a pedestal. They are good at making you feel high on their love, like there is no other woman or man before you. Like they make you feel they make really good love, which is an extra high. But while they're making love to you, They're ultimately destiny swapping you, draining you, and stealing all of your spiritual gifts through the act of intimacy, okay? Man, I can get so deep into this. They're stealing your gifts through the act of intimacy because once you all have sex with this person, your favor, you wonder why you feel drained and you losing opportunities, or doors are closing on you, or your gifts are stagnated, or things in your life are stagnated, because the narcissist and the covert narcissist is a thief. So when you give your body to them, the narcissist, they're ultimately killing and stealing your gifts. They are stealing your favor. They're stealing your opportunities. And one thing about a narcissist, they are chameleons, okay? They blend well. They can take shape, form, or fashion in any environment. They literally can thrive in any environment. And one thing I will give them, they are highly talented. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Monica's. And one thing about them is they can thrive in any environment. Like, these narcissists really should have been undercover for like high agencies, because they can literally slither into any environment, adapt, and become a chameleon, and put on any personality that they need to put on for that particular environment. And when it comes to you, the narcissist assignment is to study you, to watch you, to learn your ways, and that is how they destroy you. Once they learn your weaknesses and your strengths, that is how they destroy you. They map out your every single move. They mimic it, and they also take your strengths and try to use them. They harvest them, okay? Men and women that are narcissists will harvest through sex, okay? They will learn you, study you, and harvest through sex. Everything that you have to give, they will harvest it through sex. And then you'll wonder why, like, why am I having all these mood swings? Why am I feeling tired and drained all the time? Why is nothing seeming to go good for me anymore, when before I had a slew of opportunities thrown at my feet, or I always had something available, or doors are closing? That's because you're sleeping with a thief. Okay? Um what you experienced was not love. It was triangulation. It was rotation. It was psychological warfare disguised as attention. So also, when a narcissist keep you in rotation, they have many other women. They may have a main woman that they care about, that they be seen with publicly, but hidden behind the scenes. Thank you, Monica, so much. Thank you all for supporting me and joining my channel. I just try to jump on here and share like my experiences with people, because I just recently went through something like this in my life, and it was the worst psychological warfare that you could go through. And like, it literally almost destroyed me. Like, if you make it out, you are lucky. Please don't go back. Please. Like, and it took me a while to like get my life back on track, to find out who I was, because I literally lost my identity in this person. Like, like, it literally almost destroyed me for real. And another thing about a narcissist is they may have like one main woman that they're seen with, that they display, that they consider a trophy, but they keep a slew of other women in rotation. No woman, or a woman narcissist, no man, one man would be good enough. They have to have multiple supply sources, and they pull from each and one of those supply sources. Y'all, this is demonic, like, activity on a whole nother level. Like, and it's rapid. Like, it's spreading worse than any type of national pandemic, HIV, STD, anything you want to think of, because they have more than one supply. And think about it, if they pulling from all of y'all, keeping all y'all in rotation, triangulating all of y'all, taking her qualities, comparing them against you, taking your qualities, comparing them against her, and keeping y'all in competition with each other, you competing with a person you don't even know that exists, but these other people that they keep in rotation, they really do exist. Like, but you don't have no idea about it, because one thing about the narcissist, they are good at hiding things. They are good at like being in a facade. They are good at having a mask on. They are good at living multiple double lives. Because like I said in the beginning, right? They're like chameleons. They can blend into any environment. And that was 10:10 on the clock. And that word says the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, but God came so that you may have life and have it more abundantly. So that's some of y'all clue. If you dealing with a narcissist, like get out of there, okay? Get out of there and never return, okay? The triangle was designed to shrink you. The narcissist doesn't connect, they divide. The narcissist is only available on the emotional level of pulling you in, like doing everything, saying everything, doing all the right things, okay? The narcissist is impossible for them to love anybody. Okay. This is now like people, men and women that are deemed narcissists now, they're literally legalizing this as a mental illness. They're diagnosing this narcissism as a mental illness. Okay. They don't connect, they divide. They introduce another woman, another man, another option, another comparison. Not because you lack value, but because your value intimidated them. And often when your presence, narcissists prey on people that are high vibrational. They have like a very positive, self-image. They have high self-esteem. They like those type of women and men because those are assignments to them. Like their aim is to see how they can break you and how fast they can break you. They don't like low vibrational beings because they're already low vibrational beings. So they have to target high vibrational beings to make themselves feel good, because if they break you, then that's an accomplishment to them. Okay, they get high on preying on people that are above them because it gives them a sense of accomplishment. Okay, it strokes their ego, like I cannot make this up. Okay. Also, hold on, I'm in my notes, you all. Also, because you intimidate them and you're a threat, like to their emotional, mental, physical, financial, spiritual well-being, like remember, this is demonic, a demon inside of these people that's making them like operate like this, but it's high level demonic spiritual warfare and activity. So because you intimidate them, they get off and feed off of high vibrational people with positive self-image, people that they consider it like a ego boost, a competition. Like they consider it a competition to like break people that value themselves highly. Okay. And if you're a threat to them or you're too strong, that gives them more ammunition to try to like break you. If you're a strong person, a strong-minded person, a resilient person, and you're not easily broken, the narcissist, that gives them more ammunition and more competition to break you. Like, so they triangulated you to keep you competing, keep you questioning yourself, keep you chasing validation, looking for that validation, because oftentimes when we are with a narcissist, we never know that we actually fall into the role of always trying to seek their validation, seek their approval, and always trying to measure up to be better for them. But the truth is, no one is better for them. Like, that's why they keep a bunch of women in rotation or a bunch of men in rotation, because no one person will never be good enough. So you'll spend a lifetime trying to please a person that is absolutely incapable of accepting you for who you are, loving for you for who you are, and who's incapable of loving themselves and others anyway. They don't have that capacity. So you're constantly chasing something that will never exist or that will never happen. Okay. They keep you in a pick-me posture instead of a chosen identity. But hear this clearly. The moment someone has to compare you to others, they've already admitted that you are above the rest and anyone else that they mess with. Now you will run into some narcissists where you're actually like the crop, the top pick that one man, I'm gonna get into this, but they can't compare you to nobody else, okay? Okay, they can't compare you to nobody else. The loop was a prison, not a relationship. The loop looked like pull you close, push you away, devalue you, hover you back, and repeat. It's the same cycle. Like it's a constant cycle, toxic cycle of repetition where they pull you close, push you away, they devalue you, break you down, boost you up, pull you back, and they repeat this cycle over and over and over again. This was intentional. Why? Because the narcissists feed on confusion, not commitment. They have to have confusion. They cannot function in normal, healthy, stable relationships. They have to have confusion 24/7, 365. That's the only thing they thrive off of, and that actually makes them feel like they're accomplishing something, okay? They wanted you emotionally exhausted, spiritually fragmented, doubting your intuition and questioning your worth. Okay, and this is the cycle that we're talking about when they devalue you. The narcissist tries to keep you worn out. They try to keep you spiritually broken, so you can't seek guidance from God. So you can't call on your higher power or your ancestors, or your angels to help you because they don't want you to have help. Their goal is to isolate you. They want you doubting all the time. They want you doubting yourself, doubting your goals, doubting your dreams, doubting who you are as a person. They want you strictly under their strategic program. And this is why I say this is another high level of spiritual warfare, because when you get wrapped up in this, it's like only God can really deliver you from being in a situation like this. They have you questioning your worth. Are you good enough? Do you look good enough? Are you measuring up? Are you, man, like the spirit, you start losing yourself. You don't care, stop caring about how you look, how you dress, all the things that you used to do before you were with this person. They kind of die off because you've now like equipped your life to live around their entire program. Like now this is the stage where they have you actually programmed and controlled. It's crazy, okay? Because a tired woman is easier to control than a confident one. And it's likewise for the men too. When you have a woman that's a narcissist, they will have you questioning if you're a man. Do you measure up? Sometimes they will attack your sexuality and make you question yourself and make you feel like you're not good enough in the bedroom. Or as a man, you're not good enough as a provider. Or when women narcissists will compare you to other men and say, oh, why you not like him? He do this, and that, and blah, blah, blah. And compare you in the bedroom to exes and have you doing everything that's questioning your masculinity, When a woman is emotionally exhausted and tired and spiritually tired and physically tired, she is easier to control than a woman of confidence, a woman that's confident. So this is why when they run what they consider you the old supply down, they go search for a new supply that's confident, that have that light, that glow, that upbeatness to her. They try to find a new victim to break, okay? But God does not dwell in confusion, and neither do healed people. That's why when you come across a healed person and they come across a narcissist, they already know the red flags. So they will leave faster than anybody else. Like, God doesn't dwell in confusion, and neither do healed people. So when you come across a person that's healed, when a narcissist come across a person that's healed, a healed person will leave them because they will automatically see the red signs up front. And a healed woman is not going to let your dysfunctionalism disturb her peace. A healed woman doesn't do chaos, confrontation, arguing. She doesn't explain herself more than once. A healed woman will immediately see the signs and flee from a narcissist. Okay? Like, now that like I'm a healed woman, I can see the signs immediately. And I'm very selective and protective about who I let in my space, who I let in my peace, who I let in my environment, into the most intimate parts of my life, because my peace and my environment and everything that's sacred to me is, I'm very big on protecting it. So I can see the signs of a narcissist miles away. And I will not date you. I will not talk to you. I will not give you the time of day, because I will no longer settle for anything that I feel is beneath my value. Like, I'm definitely walking away, and I'm not going to entertain it. I'm not going to waste my time. So a healed woman, a man that has dated a narcissist, a man that has dated a narcissist woman, or a woman that has dated a narcissist man, can spot the red signs miles away, and they will literally leave you where you at. They have no tolerance, no nonsense, okay? They never expected you to walk away. And here's the truth they don't talk about. The narcissist plans for you to stay. They plan for you to tolerate disrespect, for you to accept breadcrumbs, for you to compete for basic decency, for you to remain available when you're mistreated. And that's one thing about the narcissist. They expect you to take their disrespect. They expect for you to stay, stick around, deal with it, accept the breadcrumbs, accept the gaslighting. And they expect for you to beg for your respect, expect for you to beg for you to be treated decent as a person. And they expect for you to remain available, okay? They expect for you to sit here and go through this spiritual warfare and accept all of their crap. They expect for you to not leave and just like, are you serious? You think even a dog will run away from being mistreated for so long? And a narcissist will expect you to stay, deal with their disrespect, accept the breadcrumbs, accept the gaslighting, accept the lies, accept the cheating, and want you to remain available. They want you to do everything, overwork. They want you to work harder than them. You know, they're like princesses. They think they poop rainbows and glitter. That's the lightest word that I can use. They think they ish don't stink. You know, they think they don't have to change for you. They think you should change for them. They think you, and then, oh man, let's talk about when you leave. When you leave, you automatically become the villain in their story. The reason why they made poor decisions, the reason why they did this and did that, like, you automatically become a target of a smear campaign. Okay? And when you walked away, something broke in them. Not because they loved you, but because they lost access. The worst thing you can do for a narcissist is cut them off. When you cut off that supply, you cut off the emotions, you cut off and you give them silence. You go no contact. You don't have sex with them. You don't entertain them. You delete them on everything. You don't watch their social media. You don't keep tabs on what they doing in their life. You don't talk to, go read Numbers 23 and 23 because that was just on the clock. You don't talk to their family. You don't try to keep up with the Joneses and worry about them. When you genuinely move on from a narcissist and you go enjoy your life, live your best life, and you heal and you pop out and show ninjas the best version of you, oh, it's a problem. It's a problem for them, okay? It's a real problem. And they can't handle it. And this is how you break them and beat them at their own game. Never giving them access ever again. Never give the narcissist access ever again. Okay? And in this stage, like when you go in silence, when you cut off all contact and you go no contact, this is where they probably are running through women, or the woman narcissist is running through a slew of men, trying to find a bunch of people to replace you, to fill that void, to just ultimately replace you. But it never works. It never works. And one of the two things I noticed when you leave a narcissist, it can truly spark true change to where they look within themselves and they actually do the work to become healed. And they actually want to do right. But this has to be a narcissist that really wants to change and know they messed up. They have to really want that change. And sometimes when you go silence and you go no contact, they can, the ones that really want to change, that there's something left in their heart, it will, your no contact and your silence and you moving on with your life and living, being the best version of yourself can spark them to change and go heal. But it's some narcissists that it don't matter how long you stay no contact or stay gone. They will never change. And them is the ones. Stay away from them. Don't never go back, okay? Let me tell you, the new supply is paying the price. Let me free you from the illusion, because a lot of times one of the effects that the narcissist or the covert narcissist will leave on us is because we have been so attached to them and looped inside their love for so long, or, looped inside this relationship for so long, we actually don't want to see them with nobody else. And sometimes we will go back over and over again trying to prove a point because we've been so violated and we just feel so stepped on. We feel like we have a point to prove. So that's what keeps us coming back and back again, the stage of competition that they have us in, the constant stage of competition that they have us in. And, sometimes we don't want to see them with nobody else because we still feel like we need closure and we have a point to prove. But let me lift the illusion from you and let you know the replacement is not winning. They are catching all the hell that you endured and more. Because the narcissists don't heal, they escalate. They punish the new supply for old wounds. They reenact unresolved power struggles that they had with you, okay? So now this new supply don't even know she's catching everything that they had unresolved with you. They're about to project that onto this new supply, okay? The mask always slips, and the chaos they couldn't dump on you anymore, it had to land somewhere else. So that's where the new supply comes in at. If you go back, it will be worse. This part is not fear, it's wisdom, okay? If you return, the punishment increases, the respect decreases, the control tightens, the devaluation becomes intentional, okay? Why? Because your absence wounded their ego. And narcissists do not reconcile, they retaliate. So every time you go back to a narcissist and y'all make up and y'all go through that honeymoon phase and all of that, in the same toxic cycle that we've talked about previously in the video that keeps you in repetition and in competition, it never gets better because a narcissist is incapable of reconciling. Their only motive when you go back to them is to retaliate and treat you worse and devalue you more and destroy you and bring you to nothing. That is their only goal, bring you to nothing, and they make you suffer for coming back. The weirdest thing, they will chase you, do all the right things to get you back, but they actually hate that you came back and they make you suffer for coming back to them, okay? They make you suffer. It's the craziest thing. I cannot wrap my mind around this. Like, the way a narcissist and a covert narcissist mind frame works is the craziest thing, okay? Distance makes them want you. Return makes them want to destroy you. You know why? Because you left. Y'all, this is the craziest thing. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Like, distance makes them want you, but once you return, they want to destroy you, okay? Your silence is what's driving them crazy. The longer you stay away, the more they obsess, the more they stalk your energy, the more they rewrite the narrative, the more desperate they become to regain control, not because they miss you, but because they can't dominate you anymore. Your peace is their punishment. Okay, and that's where you have the leverage. That's where you have the upper hand. And don't, once you take your power back, don't give your power back to these people. Okay, God removed you before they broke you. You didn't lose them, you were rescued. God saw what you couldn't yet name, what would have escalated, what would have destroyed your identity. Okay, and he pulled you out. He pulled you out before your spirit collapsed, your self-worth died, and your future was delayed further. Okay, some doors don't close, they release. And my closing declaration for this word, if y'all want to go back to it, I'm going to pin it in the comments. I am no longer available for confusion. I am no longer auditioning for love. I am no longer competing for respect. I do not return to places where God delivered me from, and what tried to break me only proved my worth. I walk forward, not back, and I am untouchable now. So if you survived a covert narcissist or got away from the narcissist, make sure you write in the comments, I am untouchable now. I take my power back. I cannot be destroyed, and I will not be defeated. And I don't go back, I go forwards, okay? So that's the word that I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in again. We coming up January 1st through January 21st. We doing a 21-day Daniel fast. Check the flyers out in my community page. Okay, if y'all looking for breakthrough, trying to get restoration or healing, I encourage y'all to come and enjoy and engage in this fast with me. We're going to be doing prayer every day. I'm going to put little words out every day here and there for you all to watch, and biblical references for you all to go to meditate on these specific topics. But we coming in the new year right, and we coming in the new year with that glow, that olive oil. You know, we want that anointing. We want new wine skins. We know we want a fresh oil. So if y'all want to join that fast, go check out my community page. Look for the fast dates and join me in this fast, and let's do some powerful movements. Let's break yokes for the beginning of 2026. But that's the word I have for you all today. I'll check in and pop in with y'all later. Okay. Bye, butterflies and my monarchs, my chosen ones. Later.